this is gaffer tape, and if you go into any photography studio or a film studio, then you're going to find loads of this stuff because it's really, really handy. Now, I do talk to a lot of you though, and one of the questions that I get asked a lot is, why would you spend your money on something like this, which is quite expensive, and maybe why would you not use something like this? So this is not gaffer tape, this is duct tape. And this is something that you really don't want to have on your set. And there's a few reasons for that, we're gonna go through them. But I get the question though, because this costs about a quarter, I think, of what one of these costs. So I get it. But let's go through why you don't really want to use something like this. First of all, and I'll try and see if I can get the camera to focus on that, but let's just try there. Okay, it is quite shiny. This is a very, very smooth surface. And so when you use this on a set, you always run the risk that this may pick up a reflection. So generally speaking, we don't want to use anything reflective on the set. The other thing about this being such a smooth surface is that when you try to use this to label things, then it doesn't really work. So I've got a permanent Sharpie here. I'll just put a little X on this so you can see it. Okay, you can see that. And even if I dry that, it smudges off, as you can see there. Okay, so it's not really a good way or a good thing to use in order to label things, because someone could just wipe it off really, really easily. But the biggest thing, the biggest difference between this sort of tape and why it's a bad idea to use it on a set when you compare this to gaffer tape is the adhesive that is used on the tape itself. So this is really geared at handyman, repair work around the house or work. And so the adhesive that is used on this is really, really strong. So first of all, if you apply this onto a piece of equipment, which often we do this on set, so you might take a piece of gaffer tape and write on it camera A, camera B, camera C, and so forth. You don't really want to pull this off and end up with residue on the camera. So some of this adhesive sometimes will come off because it's not meant to be pulled off again. This is meant to be put on and left there. Okay, so that's why that is a bad idea. You don't want to get stuff on somebody else's camera. So generally speaking, do not use this on a set. I'll give you one more actually, which is if you try to cut this with your hands, it just doesn't cut well at all, right? So if I try to do that, that's probably about the cleanest type of cut that you can get with this sort of tape. So generally speaking, you don't want this. So let's have a look at the gaffer tape. This is really sticky stuff as well, so keep that there. All right. This is your standard type of gaffer tape, okay? So it's a black tape. You can see in here that it's not reflective. Hopefully that's focusing on the tape, but it's not reflective. It's a matte finish, and that's because it's a material, so like a type of fabric, and then the adhesive is just applied onto it. So that means a couple of things. First of all, if you've ever torn a piece of material, you'll know that it always tears in a straight line. The same thing happens with gaffer tape. So I'll just pull a bit of it off here so you can have a look, and we'll just take a piece here, right? So when I cut this, I'm able to get a very, very straight line just by using my fingers. So like that. You can see, I'll just bring that up so you can see. Hopefully you can see that. That is a straight line. Now, if I decided that I didn't need such a big piece, I could just take a piece of a strip of this, and the same thing. All I got to do is just take a little strip, okay, and that cuts down nice and even. All right. Now, the adhesive that's used on gaffer tape is very different to any other type of tape. And what I mean by that is that it's designed to come off with the tape itself, so there's no residue. So when you stick it onto something, I'll just stick it onto this here, for example, okay? If I apply that, it doesn't matter how hard I push. When I peel that off, there's not going to be any residue on that. That's going to be nice and clean, all right? So that's probably the biggest reason why you would want to use this sort of tape. And when you're labeling something, okay, so I'm going to, obviously this type of tape here is used to cover things often that you don't want to see, which is why it's black, so you don't see it on set. But if you're trying to label something, obviously you can't write on something like this. You need some of the different colored tapes, like the ones that I've got here. And unlike the duct tape that I showed you earlier, if you write on this, because again, it's like a type of fabric, I don't know whether you can actually make that out, the pattern or the texture of the tape in there. But when you write on this, it's sort of like writing on a t-shirt, right? So you can see there, if I try to rub that off, okay, you get a little smudge, but that's as bad as it gets. You can't actually, it's in the material itself now, so it won't come off. You can see in there. All right, so this is really useful for labeling your stuff on a set. One of the things that I do is I sometimes collaborate with other photographers, or sometimes I'll be the photographer and there'll be a videographer, and we all have similar type of stuff. For example, light stands. I will bring light stands, the videographer, and maybe if there's another photographer, they'll bring light stands as well. And light stands all look alike. So sometimes what happens is that somebody will go off and go home with your light stand, and you're left with somebody else's, because they all look alike essentially. So one of the things that I do is that everyone knows that anything of this color, I'll just put this on my light stands. I put a little piece of this on a lens cap so that you know, that I know which ones are mine. I'll put this on my Apple boxes. In fact, on my Apple boxes, I use these ones here, and I will actually write my name on it as well. So you've got different sizes that you can use for different things. So really, really handy stuff. Now, there are some scenarios where you do not want to use gaffer tape, and this leads me to a point that I just want to clear up. I've heard this from other photographers, not so much lately, but I have heard it, which is people are going around saying that the difference between gaffer tape and other type of tape is that if you apply this, which is the gaffer tape, onto say a wall, and you try to peel it off, it will not peel the paint off the wall. I don't know where this has come from, but it is 100% not true. Let me just tell you, I need to be really clear about this. If you apply gaffer tape to a wall, if you pull it off, there's a good chance that the paint's going to come off with it as well. I have done that and it was horrible. I have done it also where I applied a marker on the floor, a timber floor, and when I pulled it off, it actually pulled the varnish off this treated polished floorboards. Now, luckily, that was in my apartment, so I just got yelled at by my wife. Had that happen on a client's place, I would have been mortified. So I was quite lucky. So be careful what you stick this stuff onto. I would say that 99.9% of the time, it's okay to use gaffer tape on stuff. But for those delicate situations when you're not quite sure, then this is what I use. This is painter's tape, and you can get this in different strengths. This is the weakest one that you can get, and the adhesive on this kind of feels a little bit like a post-it note. So it's very, very gentle and very, very, it's not strong at all. So this is not going to pull out anything. So if for those type of situations, always keep a roll of this as well. So if you're doing, say, a marker on the floor, I would use this. And if you need to stick anything to a wall, like maybe like a bit of a backdrop paper or something like that, then I would use something like this. I wouldn't use this because you're always running the risk of damaging the wall or a floor, which again, yeah, you don't want to do. When it comes to gaffer tapes, there are gaffer tapes and gaffer tapes. I stick to the big brands. So for myself, Roscoe is probably the one that I use. There's a couple of other ones as well that are well known as well. I'll put some links in the description if you're interested in the ones that I use as well. I've used some of the cheaper ones that I've found from like no-name brands like in Amazon or eBay, and they haven't really been that good. So I stick to the main branded ones. Like Roscoe is probably my favorite, but there are other good ones as well. Like I said, I'll put the links in the description. But that's it for this video. If you have any questions about anything that I covered here today, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer any questions and help you where I can. And I will ask you for a favor. If you did enjoy this video, then if you could click the like button, it makes a huge difference to me and also to the channel as well. And if you want to see more content like this, then do make sure to click the subscribe button and also the notification bell, and that way YouTube will let you know when I upload my next video. But that's everything that I've got for you this week. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.